So, where are you?
Me? Oh, I thought I'd had the station master's office.
And the others?
Oh, they're fine. Angie's taken over the ladies-only waiting room, Morris has taken over the luggage office, and Tommy's in the signal box.
Well, I'm in here.
Yes, I can see that.
It's draft-proof.
They've been donated by Mrs. Kelly.
Special delivery.
Mr. Ansell!
Yes?
Come and get your bed in.
Oh, right.
Curtains. And blankets.
Oh, these will do the bed covers.
Well, that's very kind of Mrs. Kelly.
I've already taken mine. I'm going all Regency stripe in the ladies only.
Very nice.
There you are. Aspirin designed for you.
Oh, thank you. No pelmet.
Why do you want a pelmet on a bed?
To keep the sun out of my eyes.
You can have the burnt orange.
Oh, tar.
And what do these remind you of, Morris?
My ball.
There.
Thank you.
And for you, your favourite. Hearts and flowers.
Not a lot of room.
It's enough for me.
So whereabouts did you sleep last night?
In this corner here.
Standing up?
No. In a sitting position.
Oh, like them yogis.
Then what?
Yogis. They break all kinds of records, you know, just by sitting down. They can do it for weeks, months sometimes, and never moving, just sitting. They're experts at it, see?
Are they?
Only I could never see the point of it myself. Not just sitting. I mean, it's not very competitive, is it?
I don't know. They could always have a race.
When they're sitting there...
Be different, wouldn't it?
A sitting race.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose it would cut down on the injuries.
And they wouldn't need much equipment.
No, just a cushion each, if that. I might give it a go sometime.
Anyway, we got some bedding now, so I can sleep properly tonight. How's the luggage office?
Hey? Oh, fine. I made myself up a bed on the lost property shelf.
Oh, we know where to find you, then.
There you are, Morris. I'm sure you'd like to sweep the station platform, wouldn't you?
No. And anyway, we haven't got a broom.
We have now. I just found one. You'd be a record breaker with that. Do the work of two.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
I wonder what happened to him.
Who?
That flash git, Roy.
Oh. Well, he didn't stay around here last night. He must have crept off.
But where? I don't trust him.
Well, what harm can he do now?
I don't know. But I still don't trust him. I've never trusted a man who wears white shoes and roll-on deodorant. Right, let's get this place sorted out, shall we? I thought I'd make an herb garden over there.
Oh, yes. Oh, that'll be useful.
And over there, a great big rambling rockery with loads of flowers on it.
Where do we get the rocks from?
That's easy. Your house fell down, didn't it? So, I'll get Tommy to go in the van and pick up some rubble. What's the matter?
Oh, nothing.
Well, something's the matter, obviously.
Well, it's just the thought of my little home. My little dream cottage being described as rubble.
It is rubble. Rosie's round the door rubble. You should think yourself lucky, shouldn't you? That place was dangerous.
Yes. Yes, I suppose it was. Oh. Just when I think back that just a few months ago, I was going to work on a normal day, minding my own business. I was thinking about leaving the office at lunchtime to buy some tiles for the new Pampas bathroom suite. Planning where to go for my 2 weeks annual holiday.
Then wallop. You get run over.
Yes. And my life has completely changed since then. So much seems to have happened to me in such a short space of time.
And that's a bad thing.
Well, in a way. It's a worry, you see. I've always been brought up to lead a quiet, safe, untroubled sort of life.
Safe?
Yes.
You? You'll never be safe. Things happen to you.
No.
Yes. And you can't help it. It's the way you're made. I mean, if you'd got through that day in one piece and you bought your puffy bathroom tiles, you'd have fallen over and cracked your head on the Pampas bog seat before you had the first tile.
Not me.
Yes, you. And that holiday you were planning. You could easily have been washed out to sea on your blue and white Tupperware picnic table, now couldn't you? It's fate, mate. Still, I suppose there's one thing that's always been reasonably safe for you.
What's that?
A decent sex life. Right, Mr. Ansell?
Huh?
If anyone wants me, I'll be out working on my herb garden.
Angie?
Yes?
I suppose it wouldn't take very long to get this place shipshape, would it?
Don't you mean train shape?
But what have I done wrong now?
I've no idea.
I mean, are we all supposed to have had countless relationships with the opposite sex? All right, so I've only ever known my wife. But I see nothing wrong with that. What about you?
All the same. Only my wife made up for that deficiency.
How?
She had half a dozen lovers.
All at the same time?
Oh, no. Different nights.
So what did you do? Did you follow her?
No, I put up with it. You see, I loved her. Then I decided I couldn't put up with it any longer, so I followed you instead.
You were hired to follow me.
Oh, yes, well, I know. That's why I took on the assignment. To forget her. Like joining the Foreign Legion, I suppose.
And have you forgotten her?
Oh, yes. I think so.
Well, I'm glad to have served a useful purpose for once.
Oh, yes, you have. Anyway, I don't think my wife and I would have lasted much longer together, even without the boyfriends. For every man, there's a woman. Isn't that what they say?
Something like that.
Even though I cared for her and found her witty and attractive, a good conversationalist, I don't really think we were made for each other.
Huh? Why?
She was too healthy.
I saw this up, are you? Not today, no.
Because I'm going to rebuild it.
That?
Just need some wood, that's all. And I'll get it running again. Down the track. I'll look around for a couple more old carriages, do them up. If I can get the wood, then I might make a buffy car, maybe. What do you mean, why?
Well, why do you need to do all this?
So as we can have a train, that's why.
We don't need a train, we got a van.
And a van's fine. But we live in a railway station. And what's the good of a railway station without a train?
And what's the good of a train without an engine?
An engine?
Yeah. You know, chuff chuff. You can't build that out of wood.
All right. I hadn't forgotten. one thing at a time.
Tommy, I've got a nice little job for you. Thank you, Harold. Wherever you are. So why don't you show yourself? I don't mind if you've got a runny nose. I've known men with a lot worse than that.
What?
Oh, sorry. I was talking to Harold.
Oh.
And he never wants to answer back.
No. And you never see them being picked, either?
Never. Still, I suppose you could call it romantic. In a ghostly sort of way. Couldn't you?
What? Yes.
Do you want to see my herb garden?
Yes, I would.
Then you'd better follow me, hadn't you?
What? Yes.
There you are.
Looks good. Very good.
No, it doesn't. But it will do, when there's things growing in it. We're going to have fennel there, and chives in the corner, over there sage and thyme. We're also going to have basil, chervil, dill, parsley, coriander, marjoram and mint.
Are we?
And tarragon, garlic, rosemary, angelica, cosmary, lovage, sorrel, juniper and chamomile.
Oh, good.
So, what's your favourite?
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to think.
Garlic? That should keep you safe.
It could work, this place, couldn't it? It could be home.
Of course it could. It's what you make of it.
Yes. Mr. Ansell's been telling me how he married the wrong woman.
So what would be the right woman for him?
I don't know, really. Someone with a well-stocked medicine cabinet, I suppose. Someone who needs looking after. He says there must be a perfect mate for everyone. Somewhere.
Does he? Yes. Well, I suppose there's a bit of truth in that. I mean, you could say that's why I'm going to Hengistbury Head.
You could, yes.
To settle down with that fella from the inland waterways. And not just because he's the best of a bad bunch.
Then why?
Why what?
Why go there at all?
Because he's all right. That's why.
How do you mean? All right.
Just all right. Why, what am I supposed to mean?
Don't know, really.
There you are, then. I must admit I've forgotten what he looks like. But he's still all right.
And had you known him long?
Of course. We lived together for nearly a month. Where did they come from?
Oh, I put them there. They were in the back of the van with some of the animal food. Do you remember when I wanted to start a bird sanctuary?
Yes. But that was at Scar's Edge. And birds don't land at Scar's Edge. They fly round it.
Yes, well... maybe I'll start a proper bird sanctuary here. Do you realise those are the only 2 items I've managed to salvage from my home?
Nuts.
Oh, yes. 2 bags of peanuts.
When do you reckon the last train went through here?
Oh, I don't know. About 20 years ago, I suppose.
Yeah, must be. I found an old bit of ticket on the platform as I was sweeping up. Look. Stuttered and stopped to Upper Wallow. 2nd class return.
August 1959.
Oh, yeah, so it is. And I found these. All more or less on the same spot. Piece of cigarette packet.
Ha! They don't make that brand anymore.
No. And look at this. Part of a photograph that's been torn in half.
Yeah, it's torn with passion, I would think.
Looks like it. One half of a couple, would you say?
Oh, yes, definitely.
How would you describe her?
What, professionally speaking, you mean? Using the kind of analysis I might apply as a private detective?
Yeah.
I'd say she looks like an old bag.
So would I. Whoever's been torn off that photograph is better off without her.
Yeah. I wonder where he is now, eh? I wonder if they ever got it back together again.
This might tell us. One half of a torn letter.
Ah.
Fascinating, eh? All these bits. Bits of people's lives. I might start collecting them. Stick them all on a large sheet of cardboard. Hang them on the wall next to the express parcel counter. Beats having a sitting down race any day.
Peace what?
Oh, nothing. And I shall give my collection an overall title. Something like Torn Lives. Or Love in Tatters. So what's it say?
What, Dear Dieu, I am, letter, to that, therein, going, way we earn nothing, but I sup the always, lots of nobby.
Don't really say a lot, does it?
No, not really.
Never mind. It's a start.
Who'd like a nice hot meal?
Oh, me.
And me.
Right, you can have with the veg. Look at this mess, honestly, you two.
Hold on.
Love's dying embers.
Yeah. Now, that would have made a nice name for my collection.
They would have, yes.
Oh, well. Goodbye, Joe.
Goodbye, Nobby.
Got some wood for you.
Oh, marvellous.
There you are.
And this. So what am I supposed to do with this lot?
Oh, you wanted some wood, didn't you?
Yeah. So as I can renovate a downstairs railway carriage. Not build an upstairs toilet.
Angie, if you've forgotten what the man looks like...
What man?
The one at Hengistbury Head.
Oh, him.
How can you possibly make up your mind to go and live with him again?
There's bowls there on the buffet counter.
Oh, thank you.
Tommy, While you're at it, get one for me.
Righto.
Oh, I'm sorry. You were saying?
I was saying, how can you possibly contemplate going to live with someone when you've forgotten what that person looks like?
I can always start from scratch.
You couldn't.
I could. In fact, I think I'm going to have to. I've forgotten his name as well.
And you're still going to live with him? To share his bed?
Yes.
But that's indecent.
All right, then, it's indecent.
Angie?
Do you want any of this?
What is it?
My own recipe. Duttine Station stew.
Oh, yes, please. I'd love some.
Then you'd better go and get your bowl, hadn't you?
Oh, yes. Excuse me.
Smells good.
Smells lovely. So, because I don't think...
Back of the queue.
Sorry.
Oh, just a job.
This'll cure all your illnesses, Mr. Ansell.
I'm sure it will.
This'll do more for you than an internal poultice. Well, hold out your bowl. I see. You're having a side salad with yours, are you?
What? Don't you remember this?
No.
You bought it for me once.
Did I?
Yes, at the steam traction rally. You gave it to me as a present. Something for my new home.
Oh, yes. I think I do remember.
And I believe that it has brought me, well, a certain amount of luck.
Well, I don't think it's going to do a lot of good this time. Do you?
No. This is beautiful.
Thanks.
Best I've ever tasted.
Really?
Is there any more?
Oh, help yourself.
You see, when I look at that poor plant, and I see the debris out there in the van, well, it makes me feel... I still feel sad.
I could do with another bowl of this.
Yes, me too.
There's plenty there.
Here.
Thank you.
It just seems... Well, it seems to make life pointless somehow.
To the brim.
Yes, please.
As if... Well, as if everything were just a lost cause.
Oh, there's bread if anyone wants it.
All right.
And even though I've tried my hardest,
Park me a doorstep, will you?
I still seem to be marking time. Standing still. Getting nowhere.
Here you are.
So what's the point of it all?
Could you pass the pepper, please?
The point of anything?
Oh, thank
I
you.
mean, what's the point?
Oh, why don't you shut up and eat your stew?
Me?
Yes, you. And stop moaning.
I wasn't moaning. I was simply being philosophical.
Well, it sounded like moaning to me.
And me.
You're not the only one to come out of that cottage empty-handed, you know. We all lost something.
That's right.
We did.
Morris lost his ball. And his bike pump. Tommy lost his scrapbook, and Mr. Ansell lost his warm dressing gown and his booty slippers.
And my thermal vest.
And his thermal vest. And I lost me camel stool. It meant a lot to me, that camel stool.
Yes, I know. I realise that.
And I'm not moaning, am I? I mean, at least you came out of it with your nuts.
Yes, I'm sorry. I realise I've been selfish.
Yeah, you have.
Because it could have been worse, you know. We could have all lost our lives when that cottage collapsed.
He's right, you know.
But we made it. All of us. And we're together.
Yes. Yes, we're together.
Hello. All settled in, are we?
We thought you'd gone.
No, almost. I've just got to finish my inventory, and then I'll get on back to the bus station.
What inventory?
Well, the one I'm making out for G and your ex-wife. Well, look, it's not my doing. No, it was her idea. I'm just, taking orders.
And what's left of my cottage is back there at Scar's Edge, not here. And she can't touch me here because this place doesn't belong to me.
Ah, but there are things here. Things you brought back from Scar's Edge.
What things?
Rubble.
Rubble?
Yes, and some clothing. He brought it back, and I've taken photographs to prove it. I'm just following orders, that's all.
Oh, yes. Well, if anyone wants me, I'm outside trying to dry me washing. Because we haven't got a washing line.
Oh, well, we could soon fix one up.
Yes, there's some rope in that railway carriage.
Good. Of course. We had a washing line in the old place. Got that on your inventory, have you?
I expect so, yes. What are you doing? Oh, no. That was a very expensive camera.
Yes, it sounded like it.
Where do you want it? Over the track?
Anywhere will do for now.
There's a tree over here.
Oh, right. Loop your end round it, Morris.
Oh, hang this out while you're up there, will you?
Well. Now, nice and tight, Morris. Taking the slack. That's it.
What are you doing with that?
Making myself a hammock.
Oh, good idea.
That should do it.
Have you ever slept in a hammock?
No. It was always the first time. There.
Just a bit more. Perfect.
Shall I try it?
Why not? But I only wanted it dried.
Thank you.